Now, if you make a mistake in life uh, and learn from it, no one can really blame you. Hey, you made a mistake and you learned from it, and in the future you will not repeat it again. But if you make a mistake and you repeat the same mistake again, very few people will be sympathetic to you. I mean, come on, you already did it. You saw the result and you went and did it again. Why? Because you thought it was going to be different. We've all heard that saying before, repeating the same action and expecting a different result, the definition of madness. But these days, we have the advantage of a device in our hands, these mobile smartphones, where you could see the results of others, the research, the actions of others and their results. And a wise man always learns from the mistakes of others when a fool insists on making his own. Over the weekend, I read about the divorce of Michael Jordan, the famous basketball player, from his wife Juanita. And don't quote me on the amount, but somewhere he had to pay her somewhere around 120 or 160 million dollars. Now, I am sure, looking back, if they ask him, would you do it again? I think we all know what the answer would be. But I don't know what it is at the time we're making this huge mistake that, we somehow ignore all the red flags. We ignore everything. They call it temporary madness. And by the time we realize what we've done, it's too late. And I want to tell you something that may surprise some of you, may not surprise others who have been experienced through the experience. If somebody were to tell Michael, the story I just told you about Michael Jordan or others, believe it or not, the financial cost of it is not the most painful part of the divorce. Believe it or not. And there are people, I'm sure, listening who would agree with me. It is all the motions and hassle and the pain and the mental anguish and the separation afterwards, God forbid if you have children, dealing with lawyers, and just the seeing the ugliest side of another human being who was acting before and who thought was your friend, and now suddenly turn around a 180 and become a completely different person, is the most painful part. Not the money. The money is just the icing on the cake. That's like, kicking you hard on your back as you're exiting the door. Here's the last punishment, by the way. So learn from the mistakes of others. Be smart. If you have any assets worth talking about, getting legally married in the West, and I've said this so many times, there's hair growing out of my tongue, is just a risk not worth taking. How many more examples and proofs do you need? Go ahead and listen to the smartest advice I've heard. They say before you get married, go attend 2-3 divorce sessions. Believe me, that'll scare the hell out of you. It's just, you ask yourself, is it worth it going through that? And this is nothing against women, nothing at all. I love women. I laugh at those people who go into monk mode and all that idiot behavior. To me, it's going monk mode is like saying, I'm not going to eat food anymore. Hey, women are something we need for our enjoyment and for mutual enjoyment, enjoying their company and everything else. But if a woman insists that you get married, you know what she's after. Because she's already got you. You're already together. You're already living together. Sometimes I see people that are living together and he says, she wants us to get married. I'm going, why? You first were dating and she said, well, why don't we, agree to be, mutually exclusive? I said, okay, committed relationship. He agreed, okay. And then she said, well, what if we're seeing each other, why pay 2 rents, whatever, why buy 2 homes, why have 2 homes, why don't we just live together? He says, okay, we live together. And that wasn't enough again. After a while, she said, well, why don't we get married? And he says, well, I really don't want it, but I'm doing it for her. I said, really? Doing it for her? Don't. If a woman really loves you, ask yourself, why would she want to get legally married? I'll tell you why. If it quacks like a duck, if it swims like a duck, and if it looks like a duck, it's a duck. The reason she wants to get married is because in the West, this ugly marriage contract has been basically fine-tuned to a perfect insurance contract that pays the woman in case either you or her decide to leave. That is all it is. The marriage contract in the West has basically become an insurance contract that pays her, not you, pays her when she decides to leave for any reason at all. Even if she has an affair and falls in love with a new, younger, richer guy and tells you, you know, F you, get lost. I'm tired of this. I want to go with somewhere else. So ask yourself a question, you know, why? Why do you want to get married? You know, what is the reason? What is the reason? Why exactly do you want to get married? You have me. We're living together in a mutual relationship. You just want that legal assurance? I don't think so. Play it smart, guys. Play it smart. I'm sorry it's the way it is. I am really sorry that the lawyers and the courts and the people that make these laws have absolutely destroyed marriage in the West, but that's what it is. That's what it is now. And are you going to play it smart, or are you going to put yourself in a situation where odds are stacked up high from here to the sky against you? All the best.